WHPR TV is now on demand. Catch us when you want, how you want, where you want. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Watch your favorite TV shows on demand. And be sure to download the WHPR app. We're now on demand at your demand. WHPR TV Detroit On Demand.com, a Watkins Broadcasting Company.
African Ease. We have an array of products to assist you in all your beauty or body needs. Do you want curly, soft, beautiful hair? Well, try our Relaxer line, designed to leave your hair soft, silky, and full of body. Or would you like beautiful, straight, shiny, long-lasting hair? Well, try our Cherry or Extreme Hold Spritz with our Cream Shine. It's guaranteed to give you that look you want. How about dry, achy feet or legs that you can't seem to keep moisturized? Well, try our African Shea Butter Foot Lotion. We have many products to help you with all phases of your beauty and body needs. For a full list of all our products, please visit our website at www.aeasysilk.com or call us at 313-277-2319.
Wayne County Community College is a beacon of hope for so many people who can see the impact it's made and that we're celebrating the 50th anniversary and all the good that it's done.
It has been the pathway for so many to obtain a higher education.
Congratulations to Wayne County Community College for 50 years of service to Detroit, Wayne County, and all of Southeast Michigan.
Making education much more available and affordable. 50th year is just the beginning of the first century.
Watch WHPR and TV 33 when you want, where you want, how you want. WHPR is now in your pocket. Download our free app by going to the App Store or Google Play and enter WHPR TV in the search engine. And there we are. You can download WHPR TV or radio. You heard about it. Now come be a part of it. Roku Detroit Worldwide. Approximately 8 million viewers.
Has age finally caught up with you? Do you have high blood pressure, diabetes, or kidney disease? Well, look and feel younger today. We discovered a new product that promotes appearance and joint issues by the way of collagen, HA, and other super ingredients, without injections. This product will significantly improve joint mobility, help with high blood pressure, kidney disease, and diabetes. It'll also help your skin as well. Call us now at 706-319-0255 or 313-885-4321.
Lord, I'm just sitting here looking over my life, Lord. Let me take inventory. Can I take it? Can I take it? 'Cause I know you. I know you. I know you've been good to me, Lord. I come from a poor family. We didn't have much, but the Lord been good to me. Come from a poor family. We didn't have much, but the Lord been good to me. Come from a poor family. We didn't have much, but the Lord been good to me. Let me tell y'all something. I didn't have no money. How many of y'all were like that? A lot of my friends thought that was funny. But I'm so glad today that I can stand right here and say that the Lord been good to me. Let me tell you one more thing. Listen. We were raised in a shack, y'all.
Okay, I am back, and this is, of course, the J.D. Hill Show. We have just transitioned out of Hello Detroit, the Reverend Dr. Jim Holly's show, all of our friends who came in this morning. I was here to somewhat to introduce them as Dr. Holly had it lined up for me to be with them throughout the show, but Dr. Holly must realize that he has taught me about delegating And once I have people in here, and I want to learn also, so this morning I just decided to delegate also, and that I can learn from others. That's why it is so important on this great station, WHPR TV 33, Comcast Cable 91, and on your smartphones, and that all over the world, that Mr. R.J. Watkins, my very good friend and brother, has made it possible that we can connect all over the world. And I just want to thank everybody this morning for keeping it locked, tuned in. And I hope that some of the questions that was or some of the information that was shared this morning, it helped to clarify, or at least put you on the pathway of seeking the knowledge that you are seeking. And that's what communication is all about, breaking down those barriers. And I've discovered one thing in life. The more I know, I discover that there is an ocean or a sea of information out there that I haven't even tapped into yet. But with the information that I have acquired, that helped to get me closer to where I want to get to. So once again, and thank you, Dr. Holly, for allowing all of us across the world to be involved this morning. And next week, I may be here for Dr. Holly, but I will use the same type of format when the people come. People want to hear from those who have been out here, those who are trailblazers, those who know what to do and how to do it. And so we will have someone, I understand, from the UAW next week, so you can call in and we can open up the discussions, and it's just wonderful. So thank you, Mr. R.J. Watkins, Mr. Tyler, Ms. Cunningham, Mr. and Mrs. Willis, for all of your outstanding work, and the team associated here at this great station. We just want to thank you. Now, as we look at where we are on the J.D. Hill Show, we want to give a shout out to my good friend and brother, the hair doctor. We were together on yesterday, and he went on and checked in to make sure that everything was coming along. And then I took him on to work. up at our Inkster store, and we relieved his daughter. And I just did what I know to do, and put him in a position where he just already know what to do and how to do it. So he was executing it on yesterday. So the hair doctor is, of course, on the recuperative trail, and we want him to get back to the Inkster store as soon as possible, because I have other assignments in another state that's calling for my attention, and hopefully in about October that I can get to and have to energize those businesses once again. And so my friend, and so we let me just, I know you're calling, my brother, so yes, so let me get on now. The products that you see in front of me, young people, really, I am very concerned about you. I'm very concerned about us. I'm very much concerned about your upward mobility. I want you to tap in on your God-given talents that you have. Don't waste your time. Tap in on those talents. Learn all that you can. I just love when you have time in life. Your vocational schools. We often talk about colleges and getting our young people as they graduate from high school to get them in college. I'm totally in agreement with it. But I can also say that I'm a person that know what will work and what will work for you. And if you are willing to work it, it will pay off for you. And I'm talking about a good vocational trade. It's just no substitute for it. in the field of electronics and engineering and carpentry and the whole makeup, air conditioning, refrigeration, and heating. And even when you break it all down, it may sound a little that well, that doesn't pay that. But I'm talking about just if you become just a great barber, a great beautician. From the time that I've been in this world, listen to what I'm about to say. From the time that I've been into this world, up to and including now, barbers are still in business. Beauticians are still in business. The reason why, it gets sometime on shaky grounds is because we don't want to continue to improve. See, when you get into a vocational trade or, your skill, you got to continue to improve. You got to continue to invest in your skills, continue to upgrade your skills. That's if you are going into the field of dentistry. You become that doctor. Young people, as I was telling you on yesterday, as you are young enough and energized enough, try to pull your team together. And I want you to become entrepreneurial conscious. I want you to be owners and controllers. That's what I want you to become. We've done a pretty good job with as I use the EEOC, my concept and my model, education, employment, ownership, and control. So we've done fairly well with the education and to a degree with employment. But to transition over into ownership and control, we are still lagging behind. Now we can blame. We got a lot of blame to go around, and some of the blame is justified. I understand that. But it's nothing like going out there and carving out that tunnel of hope and proving to yourself that you can do it yourself. And you have it. You can do it. And what is often portrayed over the media and maybe social media, that's not you. That's not you. When you go around and you attack 81-year-old man who's just trying to enjoy himself, and an 85-year-old mother, and you assault her, that's not you. I mean, if you destroy those of us who have paid the cost for you to be where you are now, do you think another race is going to step on board and look out for your best interest? No, you just get ready for that for the slave camp, for a prison system. And it's almost like if you want to invest money in the stock market, you look, and it's a shame to say it, but you look and invest in the prison systems. Because with what is happening, it seems as though we are on our way there. You have a personality using that, I think, on his way in town or maybe already here. He's telling us what's wrong with us, and he's going to rectify the problem for us. And so what do you think about it this morning? So I don't know. I want to inject that thought once again that I used on yesterday, my friends. When I was a child, think about this. And it's biblical. And I'm not trying to get in and tell you, you're grown, you've been on your own. So I just try to put a seed for thought in your mind. When I was a child, I thought as a child. I understood as a child. But now that I become a man, I put away childish things. See, my friends, you are to evolve. You are to expand your horizons. The things that you were engaged in on yesterday, don't you know your yesterday is going to determine your tomorrow? And so that's where we are, and I still say what is happening with just a small percentage of our young people. If you trace it back, it's almost like a breakdown in the family. A breakdown in the family. Babies are having babies. babies are having babies, and you think your babies, kids are bad now. Now, you just wait. If you get a chance to just stay around here just a little while longer, and you're going to see it's going to almost where you got to put guards around your house. It's a shame that you have lived to be a rightful old age, and if you want to take a vacation, you want to go off and enjoy yourself. There was a time that you could just leave your house, tell your neighbors next door and across the street, watch my house. I'm going for a while. And, they would watch it and protect it. Now you're afraid to even tell the neighbor sometime across the street and the neighbor next door that you're out of town. So that's the time in which we live. So we just a ball of stress because of this time in which we are living in. But I guess somebody's in town today that's going to correct this problem. So what is your take on it this morning? What is your take on it? And I use it as Santa Claus once again. Santa, Donald Claus Trump. Y'all heard anything about this guy? I just call him Santa, Donald Claus Trump. He'll probably be giving out good gifts today. And the ones that, I can they just lining up. And the first, isn't that amazing? He come in a black community, and the first person that they seek out is the one that is supposed to, from the time you and I been in this world, been preaching freedom and liberation, self-survival, the ownership and control. These are the people that stand before us on a Sunday morning, but he's going to come in and as I told you, over 20 plus years ago, and I don't know, but this is just me talking, he come in and buy most of these need to grows off, and what do? They turn around and sell us off. And here we are with our mouths wide open, our ears wide open, and I'm just saying, people, if we don't get it together for ourselves, ain't nobody coming to our rescue. And really, when in essence, should they? When I was a child, I thought as a child, I looked for somebody to do that for me. When I was a child, and I thought as a child, if I had a difficulty somewhere, mother and daddy would come to my rescue. And although it seemed as though I have evolved into a man, I'm still looking for somebody to come to my rescue. And so I guess the rescue is here today. So my friends, let me just give this to my young people again. It's just a note from my book, and I just want you to keep this in your mind. Once again, I am convinced once you become serious enough to be serious and serious enough to go beyond the call of your comfort zone, while accepting the challenges associated with change, you are placing yourself in a receptive position that the higher conscious level of self will intercept you and welcome you to a dimension that's been waiting there for you all the time. Sometimes we call it a new dimension, where knowledge, courage, wisdom, and understanding awaits to equip you and empower you as you enter into the expressway of guaranteed success. You didn't just show up to show up. The master, the creator, said that I came that you might have life and have it more abundantly. Once again, when I was a child. Now we got to grow up. Things are changing all around us. So my lines are full, as per usual. And Les, if you're out there, my friend, if you get on in here today, I may need you to come and help me out in case I got to run. Let me go to the phone lines quickly. Carla, talk to me quickly this morning. How are you?
Good morning. Quickly, I just wanted to say, wouldn't it be nice, JD, wouldn't it be nice if energy was spent putting in the power of the dollars to buy the land, build the empires, educate and empower? Our communities are weakening, and we need to spend our time more wisely. They running around chasing somebody that don't give jack about nothing. And then when you look at the politics, it's all a fix-in, and they both support the same clan. And that's what I had to say. We need to be more educated, have ownership and control.
Yes.
Then your demands will get unfold. Thank you for taking my call.
But I agree with you. See, this education that we have been receiving, my friend, and you know, and I thank God for it. But it doesn't have in it that freedom and that liberation and that ownership and that control. Just what you.
Thank you.
You know, it doesn't have those components in it. And
nothing.
so here we have been educated to run and support the same system that has at its core an agenda to continue to enslave us. And you know, and that's what
we running around like chickens with our heads out, complaining about somebody that's getting paid to enslave instead of building your own empires. They using your money to do you. You know, you a tool of your own demise, and you still can't open your eyes. Come on now.
Right, and that's what I'm saying. When I was a child, and I thought as a child, I understood as a child. Now that and I'm just using you and I as an example. Now that you are a woman and I am a man, we have to ask ourselves, who's in control of the man and the woman? Is the child still controlling? Is he? She still dominating us? Who we stand up and say we are man, we are woman. We black, we proud, and yet and still we are still tracing that rainbow. It's sickening, isn't it?
We're wandering in the wilderness.
Yes.
We're still wandering in the wilderness trying to find the gold, and we don't even know that we are the gold that they stole, and they continue to steal your mind, your money, and your labor, free labor.
Mm-hmm. And have you in your I know that to see it, just so how important now people are so concerned about us as African Americans, us as our vote. You scan up and down the dial and you see people talking about the black vote, the African American vote, and when these politicians are up speaking, you see us in the back of them, and we just smiling and we happy and we showing our grills. Some of us I look at as long as we smiling, as long as we back there smiling, and we just love folks. We just love folks, and all of a sudden every 4 years to every 8 years is the only time it seemed like other folks love us and will work to help to put an agenda in place so that when your son, your daughter, if they got that entrepreneurial spirit and they have got their vocational skills or their academic skills together and they want to open up their business and practice their skills and they go to these lending institutions, your son and your daughter can't even get a loan, and they want everything you got, including your nieces and your nephews, so that put us right back to slavery 101 again. Am I right?
Well, let me just tell you this. The immigrants, the Asian towns, the Arab towns, the Chinatowns, the Illich towns, the Gilbert towns, none of them have to vote. And they got all the empires in your community. So what does that tell you? Your vote's a joke. They still using you as cattle and sheep to eat.
Well, and here's a sad commentary about it. We talk about them, but as soon as they open up their businesses wherever they are, if they put a sign out saying a certain group stay out, Then we got the NAACP, we got the CAACP, we got all of these other organizations. We got all of these, what is often perceived as these high-profile preachers. They lining up and they talking on Sunday mornings. We got to get together. We got to march. We got to go down. We got to shut it down. You know, how sick can you be? Only thing you got to do, need to grow, is to hold on to your income.
I'm telling you, you got to buy the land. The land is what they grab, and you don't see what they're grabbing.
Yes.
Because once you get the land, you can do anything with it. You build your empires. You build your centers, and then you bring the community in, and you educate and empower them. Well, no, like you said, we sit back and we let them just run all over us. And then when we look up, if they shut down their stores and everything, we'll have a drought. We'll starve.
Oh, yes. And I was thinking this morning and earlier this morning what you're saying. And our young people, we got to re-educate them. It's almost like, to the point, get the land. Get the land.
Yeah, in the land. That's why they grabbing everything. That's why they taking all your assets.
Yeah.
They sitting up here showing you how to be a capitalism, and you still running around wanting to be a coon and a fool. You running around in the circle of wealth and don't even know how to grasp onto it because they kept you so divided and numbified and dummified.
Yes. Thank you, my friend.
Thank you.
All right. Talk to you later. All right. And so that's where we are this morning, my friends. I'm not upset. I just see we are right here, and the blessings are in front of us, and yet we can't see. The vision is right here in front of us, and yet we can't see. I just look at us. I keep emphasizing over and over. We have allowed people to just hijack our minds. I can go back and I can build a business off of that scripture in the Bible of Malachi 3:10, where it says, bring all the tithes into the storehouse that there may be meat in my house. Now you got to go to God yourself and ask God to help you to unravel that symbol. Ask God to help you to unravel that parable. Lord, help me so that I can see it for myself. Not what others have programmed and conditioned my mind to believe. Because if I'm honest with myself, the concept they put in place, I to this day, I don't see a model that's conducive for my upward mobility. That's conducive for the education, the empowerment of a people like me. That's conducive for the revitalization and economic survival of my offsprings is coming on. And you tell me to bring it in? My friends, that's why I tell our young people, when you're in school, start focusing in. You need to have like if you got the person that's a good in math and science or whatever, you need to make sure that you got accountants, you got CPAs, you got lawyers, and then you got to start working in it and finding amongst you politicians that's going to work in your behalf. What we have now, I don't want to even get into that because I don't want to waste my time. We haven't had anything, and you get people doing a whole lot of talking and waving their black fist and doing a whole lot of this and a whole lot of that, and if you're not extremely careful, you just got a little inkling that they're going to do the right thing, but I don't think they know what is right. I don't even think they know what economic empowerment and survival and to sustain us is all about. And you got a bad situation when you got people in there that never have been accustomed to the leverage and the power of money, and so when you got that, you can buy these folks off. They are for sale. It's a big sales pitch that's going on today, a big sales pitch. And who are the first people that they buy off? They buy off those who stand before us basically on Sunday mornings and through the week. They give you this man, I mean, but that's the first one they go after. They buy them off, and they turn around and sell us off. You know, well, I'll say sell y'all off. You know, I thank God that when I was a child, I thought as a child, you could run that on me when I was a child. But now that I'm a man, and God knows I love my mother, she's gone on. My father is gone on. But that in days gone by, you know, some of the downloading of information, it just is not applicable to a degree for the time that I live in now. God has opened my eyes. He has opened my mind. And I thank God that I can go to him. Whatever scripture or whatever biblical scripture that I read, I ask God for that spirit, that energy of interpretation, revelation, association, and application that's conducive for me, J.D. Hill, that I can see in my lifetime, that will help to empower me in my lifetime, because I know that if my mind is right, the more empowered that I am, I'm in a position to help others. In a position to help others. So I'll leave that alone. My lines are full. We'll just go on, my friend. So let's try to just deal with now. I want you to know, young people, when I come to you, I'm not here to try to force you or entice you into purchasing the products that God, the creator, the sustainer, the one that's blessing me right now, I just turned my mind over to these formulas. You know, people taught me along the way, and I didn't walk away from it. Yes, I sometimes resisted it. But the products you see in front of me and additional products from the professional line all the way down to the maintenance line, these products here, the Easy Silk product line, is what was passed on to me. And I didn't sit on it, young people. I didn't sit on it. I went around where those, if they didn't know, they could give me some good advice. I wasn't somewhere waiting for an 81-year-old man to pull up at a gas station wherever and try to rob him. That's a low-down, dirty shame. Low-down, dirty shame. And if I had my way, and I know many of you don't even, you'll go off on some tangent, but if I had my way, I would bring the chain gang back and put people just like me and others in charge of it. And I would buy up as much property in places like the South. And I would take these people that's running around here causing all of this havoc and put them on, I would just build a system. And you would go into this place, and the only time you would have an opportunity or a place to sleep, you would have to build it for yourself. And then every day, early in the morning, you would be up before the sunrise, working from camp to camp. And I would work your behind from sun up to sundown. And you would work. You would become builders. Yes. You wouldn't be cell somewhere watching a TV and you doing your push-ups and you go away for a while, and here I am out here working, just trying to survive, and you come back out of the system, and I don't know where you've been. I look at you, and your skin is nice and clean, and your physique is intact. And I ask you where you been. Oh, I've been to Hawaii. Just been to Hawaii. Just hanging out in Hawaii. And I'm here trying to find out how that why don't you take some of these others to Hawaii? Yeah, I know where you've been. It's been made too easy. But when you take these people and work their butts from sun up to sundown, and make them learn how to survive. Survival skills out in the woods. Don't. And I guarantee you, all of this havoc that's going on, it may not be eliminated, but it would surely cause people to think. Where you going? You're going to run around and attack the 85-year-old mother. Man, and just put yourself in a position like that. Think about your mother, your grandmother. And we're not going to say over the air what what come into our minds and what we would do. But God knows. My mother lived to be, God bless her, 103 years of age. And if somebody attacked my mother like that, and man, wherever I am, it's almost I got to try to come and find you. I'm not going to say what I'm going to do. I got to try to come and find you. And you look at these people being paraded, they almost like kids. So this is what I'm talking about. Baby, y'all got to quit having them babies like that. Young girl, as the old folks used to tell you, got to keep that dress down. There is contraceptive and all on the market that if you can't control yourself and these young men running around here think you can plant a seed here, plant a seed there, and walk off. That should be an agreement. You bring that baby into the world, you are responsible for that baby. And if that baby get out here and act a fool, they should come after you and lock your behind up. I know y'all don't like that. Oh, no, that's getting too close to home, right? That's getting too close home. But getting back, this is why I want you to put your mind to work. Even like manufacturing products, formulating products. On your computer, your internet, your ability, your graphic designs. You can take a bottle like that and even design it, even if you don't have anything in it. And tell somebody that's in your class, I'm going to design this for you. I'm going to design a special formula for you. Here is the bottle. I'm going to be responsible just for nothing but the top and the bottle. It is left up to you to put the products in the bottle. And so, see, there is a way to keep your mind engaged. I think there's a scripture, the idle mind is the devil's workshop. And if you don't believe it, just let your mind remain idle and see what happened to it. Well, but I'm telling you, these products right here, professional products, excellent products, are available at our Inkster store. And if you call Miss E now, at this moment in time, at 277-2319, 277-2319. If you don't want to drive there to Inkster, she has distributors on the east side, west side, south side, and north side that will bring the products to wherever you are, if you so desire. So independent distributors, so you know. And you know how to protect yourself. So I just want you to know that. And the distributors are independent. Now they are not employed by J.D. Hill. So don't think that if you help out that you're going to make J.D. Hill rich. That's why a lot of us got a problem now. And a lot of us right now on our way up Grand River, to a certain location, that there may be somebody there going to do for us what we have failed to do for ourselves. Well, my friends, what can you say? What can you say? I'm going back to the phone line. Caller, talk to me this morning. How are you?
I'm fine, Brother Hill. How are you?
Okay, speak up, my friend, if you could.
Okay. I want to thank the station, Reverend Holly, and you for bringing us one of the best interviews that I have heard. Okay. The young lady was allowed to complete her thoughts without interruption. Mm-hmm. She didn't even allow the lady who called with the degrees to throw her off her square.
Okay.
She politely stuck to her message. Mm-hmm. At 80, Brother Hill, I learned something new about autism.
Okay.
And I want to thank you so much for bringing this to us.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
And thank you, my friend. Thank you. All right. All right. And that's wonderful, because we try to bring people here so that first they can share information, the things that they are doing. And with your input, it is our objective that we will get better. And so thank you, caller, for calling on in. That's what we try to do. Now, my friends, I also want to tell you, and I know my lines are full, but callers, when I talk about the products, I'm so proud of this Energizer 2000 hair growth treatment. I'll be going from place to place city to city. As soon as the hair doctor is back to his A self again, and I'll be going because when you got something good, all you do is just take it and share it with others. You don't have to beg, you don't have to plead with them to buy it. You know that it will work. I use it and to the point now. If I have time next week, now see I got I just use my products and I got my hair packed down. You know, I just pack it down. But now you can actually see every now and then I pull it way out and I could blow dry it, and you know once I did have dreads all down on my shoulders, and I want to show you something about even using your own. Next week, if I have time when I come in, I'm going to take some of my hair that has grown here, and you know where my hair is somewhat thinning and up here, because I can see where my hair used to be. I'm going to take my own hair and like braid it in, like weave it in, using my own. And when I come, you'll see hair in this area. I'm just talking about looking and focusing in and seeing the vision for yourself. Now, you know, I know all about the hair and the hair care market. I know where to go, and I could get even pieces, and I could put all over, and you basically wouldn't know. But to use your own if you want to. I use it in order to show people what you can do when you love yourself, respect yourself, and you know, you got to convince yourself. And you got to go beyond what others haven't even envisioned. See, God has a plan for you. Your talents, if you use your talents and use them wisely, it would open doors for you. Men will come against you, they'll try to close it, they will try to ambush you. But you don't have, I'm talking about ambush what you are doing, but you don't have to worry about it. God will take care of his own. So this product right here, you can call Dr. E, 277-2319, 277-2319. You know, the weather is changing. It's getting a little chilly out there. I got an excellent lotion. I got two formulas lotion. Some like the lotion with the fragrances in it. So I got that. It's basically it's a yellowish coloring. And then I got one, because a lot of people don't like the coloring, and they don't want to get as close to natural as natural. So I got one that's basically unscented. Just an excellent lotion. Not begging anyone to purchase it. You know, I'm just telling you it is good. And I've learned long enough, dealing with a certain mindset of need to grows. I didn't say Negroes, did I? I said need to grows, who refuse to grow and really don't want to see you grow. Nobody that's on a mission for growth and development, for upward mobility. You got to leave them alone. You got to leave them alone, because once you become serious enough to be serious, then you can agree with me. I thank God for the people that I know not of that will support me and my business ventures in spite of. Thank God for the people that I know not of, because God always got that ram in the bush that will come out of a left field that you know not of. And they may come and say, you know, I've been watching you a long time. I've observed you there on TV 33. I observed you with your products. Sometimes I'm in line at various places where I go, and I go there and I try to, you know, just be. I don't want to be noticed, and I start, you know, talking to the tellers. I come in, and somebody across from areas, they said, "Oh yeah, that's Mr. Hill. He's the one with the products." And they start giving a bio there in the place where I am. They say, you know, he's on TV, he's on radio, he got these products, and people, you know, it's just like people start looking at, you know what I'm saying, just okay. But when you're out here, brother, there is always somebody, young people, that's watching you. There is somebody that's done told somebody, and as a result of that, they have gotten up out of their comfort zone and moved on accordingly to where they should be at a time like this. So I just thank God for you. Call Dr. E up in the Inkster area, 277-2319, 277-2319. Going back to the phone lines again. Caller, talk to me. How are you?
Yes, good morning, Jay.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm doing pretty fair.
Well,
you know, back to your original thing about...
but how's that?
There's going to be a demonstration.
Wait a minute. Hold on a minute. But how's that leg, man?
Oh, well, it ain't got no better. They going to have a bypass, I think.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well.
But that comes with the territory.
Yeah, it. You know, if you stay around here long enough, man, strange things will happen. You know that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, strange.
Yeah, but you know what got me? I'm really dumbfounded.
Okay.
With the charters, I'm gonna use your phrase if you don't mind. Need to grow.
Okay.
You know they disincorporated the city. And they didn't disincorporate it with the executive, EM, emergency manager. They started disincorporating, and these are our tax dollars now. We supported all these institutions and with our tax dollars. Nobody else in the whole state. And the politicians who was elected, the political careers, not representatives, the political careers gave away the Detroit Institute of Art in 1996. When you own something, you enjoy the benefits. If you can't enjoy the benefits and don't manage it, you don't own it, no matter what they say.
Right.
So they gave it away. They gave away the zoo in 2006. They gave away the historical museum. They gave that was before the EM. They gave away Eastern Market. That was under Kilpatrick. They gave it to an Arab. They gave away Cobo Hall. And they took the water company that we own. We didn't, water is not a right, like those Need to Grow activists were saying. Water, we own the water. We paid, start paying in the 60s, for when the white people left, we was here paying for the pump to pump the water out the river. We was paying for the chemicals to purify it. We was paying for the pipes to distribute it. And then they tell us we in line and that you still own it. You still own it. And when I see that, and I seen them take the public lighting from us, transportation money from us, the finance department, schools, there was over 263 schools, took them and just tore them up, and we ain't got them about 100 or so left. And the Need to Grow Negroes and activists said nothing. And then when they took the schools, they took our children's future. And see, so I'm baffled. I don't know if I'm in a crazy house or what. Why are they, when Trump say you ain't got nothing to lose, what do we have? Is he right or wrong?
Hey, man, the truth, no matter what source it's coming from, if you don't get caught up in a whole lot of emotional and all of this stuff, and because the same thing, and I'm not endorsing either candidate, but the same thing that he's saying is the same thing that we have been saying, from the time that you had talk radio, we've basically been saying the same thing. And now just because, he's saying it, is something wrong with it. But this is sometimes what you have to rise above all of this stuff out here where these folks are styling and profiling and just want to be next to or close to and get the coattail effects of politicians. Tyrone, I looked the other day, and I called my insurance. I called my insurance agent. I'm just using this, and when I purchased my house, and that was over 30-something years ago, and the insurance what I was paying at that time. And when you're busy, you're not keeping up too much with it. But from 30 years up to now, just paying the insurance premium and I haven't. All praises to God. I haven't had one claim. Do you know what I paid in insurance? I've just about paid for my house again, which I thank God at that time I paid cash for it. But you know, I paid for that house over about 3 times over, man. 3 times over. Just looking at the insurance. I called the agent the other day. I said, man, look, you know, oh, Mr. Hill, you've been so good. Let me just work with you, because I'm not gonna go through life. I'm not going out of life like this. And then I look at the taxes that I've paid for the time that I've been here on this same house. Okay, this same house, man. When I calculate all of it up, I've just about paid for that house 3 times over again.
3 times.
So, Tyrone, I mean, we are being hijacked, handcuffed, and just led off to the slaughter, man. And
look, Jay, you rounded off, but let me round it off like this, and I'm gonna let's see what other people say.
Okay.
When they take your vote and say you can't vote, well, how are you gonna handle your own money? You are a slave.
Absolutely.
That's what we are in Detroit right now. So when he asked, because guess what they did? They took our money. They took the income tax. They took the property tax. Income tax is the state government control. The property tax, the Wayne County control, and then they vote and say, okay, I'll tell you what you're gonna do. We're gonna money you voted for school. We're gonna make we're gonna use that money to pay the banks off real fast.
Yeah.
So anytime we are that's that's what make a slave. We are slaves, and then we talk about Trump gonna do something to us. It's already done to us. We are in the slaughterhouse.
God,
so I just gonna see what the Need to Grow Negroes say this morning.
Well, let me just add this also in. It's just like, man, here I am, okay, been a businessman, and my businesses were paid for, and then, you know, when things were somewhat good, you've heard me say this before, and then here come the banks coming to my business and say, Mr. Hill, just take out the loan. You don't need, if you don't need it, just put it like in escrow. There may be something that you want to invest in, and you know how it is, Tyrone. If you got this money to the side, eventually something's going to come along that you want to invest in, that you think there's a profit margin. In time you invest in and tie up that your liquid assets, and then here come that same bank saying that okay, you got an X number of months to pay off this loan. This loan. You know, the powers to be are calling in the loans. You look around, man, and you say, what? You know, what the hell are you talking about, man? You know, a woman. And I'm telling you, Tyrone, it's a way to entrap us, to enslave us. That's why I say the education that we have received, brother, it didn't equip us for the hardship, for the time, for that unforeseen, you know, and we didn't have anybody around that you and I got out there day in and day out and helped to get in office, and the people that we got in there had no inkling, you know, you know, when you buy somebody off and they're for sale, brother, then we reap the whirlwind. So, man,
look what they did to Mr. Wash and you. When you put them political careers, that's what I call them, political careers, not representatives. When you put them in office, they didn't turn no business your way or Mr. Wash's way. No. But they gave the Park and Recreation to Wayne State professor to control, and now you don't even have no black singers. You got all white down there at the Jazz Festival. I just happened to look it on TV. But one thing I'm going to say real fast, John F. Kennedy, when King started mass marching, John F. Kennedy wrote an immigration bill that was to replace us in the city. He was a Democrat. And it was Bill Clinton and his wife Hillary who paid vouchers, eliminated the money for public houses, and gave poor little girls with babies money, vouchers to move to enclaves in the suburbs. Ferguson is an enclave. Y'all, if you don't know when you see an empty house next to you and you don't know where they're going, that's shame. That's need to grow Negro. They are going to reservation they call enclaves. They're surrounded by white community. Don't have no jobs and no business. Or the immigrants got the business even in those reservations. So that's what's happening with Democrats. And here's something about to come about. I'm a Democrat. It was the Democrats who did it to us when you study policy. And I was talking to a guy. He said, "Oh, I don't care about them laws. I just can't let Trump get in there. But let Trump get in." I said, "What law do you know he passed?
All right, now.
What law do you know Hillary passed?"
I'm at the top of the hour.
Didn't even know.
I'm at the top of the hour, my friend.
I'm gonna hang up and let I'm gonna hear the Negroes. The need to grow.
Okay.
Talk.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, Dr. J. My friend, it looked like we are at the top of the hour, and we want to be in compliance with all of the rules, regulations, and procedures of the station. So we're going to take a station break. I'll be back on the other side. This is, of course, the J.D. Hill Show, and we'll be back. We'll be back. Okay.
WHPR TV is now on demand. Catch us when you want, how you want, where you want. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Watch your favorite TV shows on demand. And be sure to download the WHPR app. We're now on demand at your demand. WHPR TV Detroit On Demand.com. A Watkins Broadcasting Company.